You are now tuned in to Hits 92.3, where we take great pride in personal expression of one's feelings, thoughts, or ideals. What you're getting ready to hear on this show are the opinions of the hosts and their guests, and they do not reflect the opinions of Hits 92.3 radio station, the brand, management, staff, their respective advertisers, parent companies, or affiliates. Now stay tuned as this show begins in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey y'all, you are now tuning in to the Pep Talk Tae Show here on Hits 92.3 Atlanta, the real definition of internet radio. Hey y'all, hey! It's your girl Tay. Happy Wednesday to you all. Y'all know this is my favorite day of
You are now tuned in to Hits 92.3, where we take great pride in
month, y'all. It is August. August is smoking. Shout out. It's Leo season. I think it's all the Leos in the building. Leos. Woo, 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 woo. But it's not Leos.
It is Leos.
Oh, it is Leos.
She just wasn't into it.
Oh, okay. We're not feeling the Leos. If you're a Leo, I'm feeling y'all. I love everybody. So happy birthday to you. But it's a new month, and this month on the Pep Talk Tae Show, I came out guns blazing, ladies and gentlemen. And the first guest that I have on this month's show is Sarah. It's Dr. Sarah. Look, oh, you go there.
Oh, that's my jam. I heard the song. I was ready.
You feel it.
Let's go.
Child, she's so lit, y'all.
I really be dancing to the song. In a car? What is a concert?
I don't have a whole, I got wire, I got everything.
The best day. Yes, the best day of my life.
Yeah. That's my anthem in the morning. This is what I was doing like this. I was like, hold on. I'm stuck. I was like,
Hey!
because today, even though it's like 7 o'clock at night, today, this evening, if the rest of the day was sucky, the rest of your evening is going to be the best
day.
Yeah, it's like the best day of your life.
I take my joy back.
That part.
Today.
Right now. In this moment.
Period.
That part. So I have an amazing self-love guru. I just say she's a whole vibe, y'all. And like speaker, actress, she's an unstoppable woman.
Thank you.
And that is why I wanted to bring her on the Pep Talk with Tay show tonight to kick it off for August, because it's how you start the month. You starting our month off. Somebody watching this tonight is going to hear a word or hear some inspiration from you that is going to change their life.
Wow.
And so that's why I wanted to have you on. So to kick off the month. So
I'm so grateful.
We're going to get started. Along with Sarah tonight, I've got your pep talk of the week. We've got a Dear Pep Talk, Dear Tay, I need a pep talk letter. So this is going to be a good one because I want Sarah to chime in and give some insight on that as well. And then I've got an independent artist, because y'all know I love music. And so I got to put y'all up with some good music as well. Somebody says her energy matches yours. So they just know already. So
I'm honored by that, because your energy is lit, amazing. And it feels good. It's like a hug.
Oh, it is.
You know, I was telling my mom, I FaceTime my mom every day. And on the way up here, I was like, I'm going to talk with Tay. I said, I love her energy. It's literally like a hug. And she don't even have to say anything, you know, really and truly.
Well, I appreciate that.
Thank y'all. Thank you.
I appreciate you for accepting the invitation. So Sarah, for those, I know that you're amazing, but for anybody watching that, it was like, well, who is this beautiful, like bright smiled young woman? Tell them who you are.
Yeah. So what's up, guys? My name is Sarah Fontenot, and I am just a woman that believes we can be, do, and have anything that we want to be, do, and have. But first we must believe it so that we act like it. And, you know, my journey, I'm from Canada. I'm from small town Regina, Saskatchewan, Canada.
Regina.
Uh-huh.
It sounds like
they say it's a city that rhymes with fun.
That's
That's what they say.
Okay, and you definitely are fun. So that's
you know, I'm just saying. So I'm from a small town, and my whole life I thought that the only ways to be successful were doctor, lawyer, engineer, or entertainment. And I knew I couldn't be a doctor because blood makes me queasy. I'm like, oh God, who? I actually was with a friend over this past weekend, or when I was in LA. I just got back last night. And I was with a friend, and she had her son and their sisters and a nephew. The baby projectile vomited.
Ooh,
I was like, somebody somebody get me out of here. Get me out. Get me out. So if babies do that to me, what am I gonna do if I was a doctor, right? Just a no. My mom's an engineer, so
Okay.
I knew I didn't want to be an engineer. And as far as a lawyer, I was like, okay, I got some debating skills.
That part.
We could get to it. However, I counted the costs. And a lot of the times I feel like people go into things without counting the costs.
Ooh, you better count them coins.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I was not interested in learning things I was not interested in. And
Right.
so
and footing that bill.
oh my
That part.
gosh. Yeah. It was just a no. It was a no for me after looking into it. And so I was like, entertainment. I love to
Ooh.
sing, act, and dance. You know, I picked up and I moved to Los Angeles by myself when I was 20 years old.
Oh, well, pause right there, because that right there is a pep talk for somebody listening. So you're going to an unfamiliar place.
Yes.
You're following a dream. Had you
Yes.
done any acting or any singing or anything prior to picking up and leaving?
Yeah, I've dabbled. It was actually really funny. My sister lived in Indianapolis at the time.
Okay, hey
And
sister.
yes, Lauren, shout out to you.
Hey, Lauren.
Hey girl. And I was going to visit her and we were going to the mall, and on the mall there was like a casting call. And my sister was like, "We need to go to this." And I'm like, "I don't even live here."
Your sister
And
hyping you up.
she was like,
"Come
"We
on,
need to
girl.
go." Yeah.
Okay,
And
do it.
I was like 19, almost
Okay,
20, you know? And so I ended up going and I got a call back.
Okay.
And then that call back led me to a boot camp in California.
Okay.
And then when I went to the boot camp, he told me I need to come back for another boot camp and I have to audition to get into this theater academy or a conservatory.
Okay.
And I got in, and they only accept anywhere from 15 to 20 people each semester.
Okay.
So I was like, I'm going. And my mom was like, okay, let's put prayer around her.
I know that's right.
Yes.
And listen, shout out Sarah's mama.
Yes.
Because that
Mom.
is a praying woman.
Yes.
And I know it. I have never met your mother, but I know she's a praying woman
Yes.
because you are a prayer warrior.
Yes.
And so
Thank
you got it honest from it
Yes.
just trickled
Yes,
over, right? It just trickled
absolutely.
over because you're covered.
Yes.
And
So covered.
Yeah, so
I,
covered.
I always say, unless it's my time, I feel like if I got shot, it would bounce off of me because I'm not done yet.
Right.
Or
God
be a
ain't done with
straight
you
through,
yet. Yeah.
maybe be a straight through. Wouldn't nick anything serious, like I always say that we don't really know. And then my dad is so bold inside of who he was. He knew, like, not my Sarah, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
nothing's gonna happen to my Sarah.
Mm.
So inside of that, the two of them, I had the covering and I had the boldness, and I
Ooh.
picked up and I said, you know what, I'm gonna go.
California
Hey,
love.
hey,
Hey. Okay, I had to do it one time because I can't crip walk. I want.
Hey,
You gotta
hey,
crip walk.
yeah.
Girl, you gotta teach me how to do it.
What? Don't gas me up because I will be ready. Okay.
I need to learn how to do it. Okay, so you go to California
Yeah.
and then you start your acting career, and then from there
Yes.
you gravitate.
Yes. So from there, I slipped and fell into a Miss California pageant.
Oh, I'm thinking to myself, Sarah done fell and hurt herself.
Oh my goodness. No, I slipped and fell into a Miss California pageant.
Girl, I know you won
No, I didn't win. I won talent.
because you got talent and they laughed.
I
Somebody
sang,
paid it off because she should have won it.
I wish. At the time though, I didn't really know who I was yet.
Ooh.
I think about, there's this part where they ask you questions, like they say, is there anything else after you've had your interview, right? They're like, is there anything else that you'd like to say to the judges? It was my first year competing and my last year because I was going to age out after this point.
Oh, they tried it.
Well, I should have said, I always think back to like the should have, could have, would have, but I'm so grateful because I was also not prepared to be Miss California.
Okay.
But anyway,
Okay.
I think back, if someone were to ask me now, what would my answer be? Like, is there anything else that we
Well,
should
let's
know
do
about
it.
you?
Sarah,
Yes.
welcome to the Miss Pep Talk
Yes.
Awards.
Yes.
Now, at this particular pageant, what would you tell your younger self about your incident at the Miss California pageant?
I would tell my younger self to be authentic to who you are,
Ooh.
that there is no right answer. There's just your answer.
Ooh, and that's the best answer.
That's the best answer. And if I was just authentic, I would have said, I've never been in a pageant before. And I don't know how to do all the correct things because it's my first time. But inside of that, I'm coachable. I'm willing. I'm able. I have good energy. I have a good attitude. And I know that I can figure this out if you're willing to give me the chance. And I think that a lot of us go in thinking that we have to have the right answer. Oh, I'm educated over here and I did this over there. That none of that matters. Who are you? really. Because at the end of the day, in everything, that's what it boils down to. Who are you being inside of this space?
Yeah.
You know, it's so much more than just, for me, I feel like it's more than just
yes,
a look or a vibe.
Fonda on social media says yes. She says yes. Definitely. Well, on behalf of the Pep Talk Tae Beauty Pageant Awards, Dr. Sarah Fontenot.
Thank you.
You are the winner.
I
You have won it. You have won it. Let's give it up for her. Let's give it up for her. Yes. Keep it coming.
I would cry.
Okay, so you slip and fall on that.
Yes.
You get into the beauty pageant.
Yes.
It doesn't pan out.
No, but it panned out perfectly because in the pageant, I needed to lose weight in this pageant. And there was another girl that I saw who also needed to lose weight before the pageant.
Okay.
6 weeks later, I see this girl and she looks like a Barbie doll.
Girl, who is it?
She's a friend now, just a normal girl.
Child.
I wanted to know, what drugs are you taking?
Thank you. Tell me.
Because surgery doesn't heal this fast.
Huh.
And I don't see any marks on you anyway. What did you do to lose this weight? So this girl says, come work out with me. I was like, I don't want your workouts. I want your drugs. I don't know what.
You're like, give me whatever it is.
Give me the drugs.
Yeah.
And she was like, come work out with me. Anyway, she became my friend. I ended up going to this workout. And there's 200 plus people fist pumping, screaming at 7 o'clock in the morning at Santa Monica Beach. And I was like, first of all, I'm not a morning person, but these are my people. Okay. I just got to be a part of this. And so from the pageant, I slipped and fell into network marketing.
Ooh.
Network marketing, I built to the top 1% of the company. And I took the tools, the lessons, the strategies, all of these different things. And you gotta watch for what people are noticing, the greatness in you. Because people used to say all the time, they're like, Sarah, how are you so strong? I was like, I'm not. Like, I literally, y'all don't know I'm crying myself to sleep at night because I was calling my mom every month saying, can you help me pay my rent?
Listen,
I was digging in the couch trying to put $3 on pump 5,
that part. Girl, if we could, $3 now, we walking. I'm calling somebody. I'm calling somebody right now saying, girl, cash at me because I ain't got no money to get home. Get me home.
Oh, we didn't even have Cash App at that point.
So, Jesus.
It was terrible. But I say that to say that, people would always say, like, how are you so strong? How are you so strong? And I was like, I'm really not. So it started to get me to do reflection. Well, what is it that I do? The thing is, nobody could hear my inner self-talk. When you do your pep talk with Tay with self, what is that? How we talking to self?
Listen, because some days it depends.
Yes.
It depends. And something that I shared with you before the start of the show, one thing that I will say publicly to everybody watching and listening to this, Sarah is so authentic.
Thank you.
You know how you just get in front of somebody and you can feel their genuineness, their authenticness.
Thank you.
When I first met you, I felt comfortable enough to walk up to you, and people say I talk to everybody, but I really connected with you because of what you said the night that I met you. But afterwards, I was just like, you know what? I really enjoyed you.
Yes.
And the look on your face was so genuine. You were like, thank you. The next time I saw you, same thing. You were like, hi, how you doing? Good to see you again.
And we hugged.
Right? And then after that, I said, I'm reaching out to Sarah. Sarah, I want you to be on the Pep Talk. And you were like, let's do it. What you need? And you've just been so authentic in a world right now where people are not authentic. And so I say publicly, everybody that's watching, follow her. What you see her put on her social media, how she carries herself, that is your authentic self.
Thank you.
And I pray, and I know God will never let you not be authentic.
I receive that.
That's your special sauce.
Oh,
yeah, that's your your special sauce. So network marketing.
Yes.
You got up in that thing.
I did.
And not only did you get up in that thing, you was like the top.
Yeah, I was traveling all over the world actually, and I started speaking, and then that helped me get out of network marketing speaking and into what I did as a speaker.
Ooh.
So there's been a lot of different pivots that I've had in my business and in my life. But sometimes you got to be willing, because I don't know if you've ever experienced, like, God will be like different and you like, nah, not me. You preaching to the wrong person. No, that's for them down the street, because this right here, this is working. This is working real good. but I didn't want to hear what God had to say. And my experience is
Mm.
the harder I fight against what I know God is telling me,
Ooh, don't
the
you get
more
Pep in here, Frank?
drastically he has to pull me away from what I'm doing.
Mm.
And sometimes that hurts. And for me, most times it has when I really wasn't listening,
Mm.
you know? So I'm grateful now. But at the time, I felt like I went through a divorce, to be completely honest. I've never been married, but
Yeah.
that has to be what divorce
Yeah.
feels like.
Yeah.
It might have been worse because people don't really love people like that. I loved my business and I felt like I was letting people down by
Yeah.
leaving. I felt like I was, oh my gosh, the identity and the box that people put you in because that's all they know you as. And so now I'm trying to rebrand myself and all of these different things. That was a very challenging time.
Yeah, yeah.
Golly.
And so you say something, Sarah, in the fact that you got to hear from God.
Yes.
And so, Sarah, for you, how do you, because I'll be honest,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I will speak to God, but I don't hear him. Or I can't hear clearly.
Yeah.
And I have found that for myself, a lot of times it's because either I went there not fully wanting to hear the answer, and I still wanted to do it my way.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm like, well, God, I really like him.
Yeah.
And I know that you sent him to me.
Yes.
Even though he only text messages me.
Oh.
He don't never pick up the phone and
Red
call
flag
me.
number 2.
Right, all
Yeah.
the things,
Red
right?
flag number
But
3.
I'm like, but Lord, if that ain't the one for me, I want to hear from you.
Right. Send me a sign. Sending every sign.
Sending
He's only
every
text
sign.
messaging. Is that not a sign enough? Like,
Right.
yeah.
So for me, it has been difficult at times to hear God speak to me about what it is my next path sometimes. And so I have to really get still. How do you keep yourself so that you can hear from God?
So multiple things. Number 1, every morning for me is the same. I start my morning the same, unless, you know, sometimes we have off mornings, but as much as I possibly can, as soon as I wake up in the morning, I open my eyes and I'm like, another day. And I close my eyes right away. And I imagine like a sonic ring, right? And I literally send it all the way around my body. And I send love, I send healing, I send prosperity, I send all of the things, and I close it around my feet. So now it's like I have an energy, like my energy is like tight knit. Like you can't mess with this energy. And then straight from there, I go and I make an energy tea. I come back and I do more what I call morning vision. Morning vision for me is where I write down, I'm so blessed, happy, and grateful now that, and I'm speaking to the future as if it's right now. So it'll be, you know, I have dreams of having a compound, and I always have visions of my husband, right?
Girl!
Now this is the thing. Let me tell you, I got to keep this
mine
real.
Mine kind of looks like Kenny. So when he walked in here, I said, let me stop messing with
I love it. No, I love it. But one of the things that I stopped doing, because whenever I was in a relationship, I would always insert the person I was in a relationship with into those visions, because after I write it down, I speak it out loud. Even if whether I'm by myself or with a girlfriend or whoever it may be, I speak it out loud, like down to what I'm wearing. How is my hair? How do I smell? What do I feel? What is the air? Like I can feel it. Like I'm in that moment trying to describe like exactly what I see, right? And in that moment, I never see my husband's face. I just know he's black. Dear future husband, I know you're brown. Okay, that's all. That's the only thing that I know. That's the only thing that I know. But I will not put a face into it, because now I'm messing with God's plan. You know, and I used to every relationship, and God's probably like, you thought every man was your husband, and I did. You know, I sure did, because that's what I date for. You know, but hasn't panned out yet. So I stopped placing attachment to the way that I think it's supposed to be. So good. I have the vision, and you know, I'm God knows my heart. He knows that I want to contribute. He knows that I want to live a life of freedom. He knows that I want to be able to make an impact and create access and do all of these really awesome things. And I also know it's not going to look the way I want it to look. You know,
because it could look better.
It always looks better.
It's gonna be better.
Oh my! I think about the men I thought I was gonna marry.
Child.
Ooh, I've been engaged twice.
Ooh,
girl.
To the man that let Sarah get away. Look at her now.
I ran away.
I'm happy you ran away, because they didn't deserve it. Obviously,
thank you.
They didn't deserve it.
Oh, you know what? I feel like it's an alignment thing. I feel like we jump, honestly, we could have a whole conversation about relationships, but I got to say, we jump into relationships way before we vetted whether that person is qualified to be our partner first.
You
And
know
we
what?
like figure out that they're not while we're in the relationship.
Listen. You know what? We're gonna put a pause in that right there because we're gonna go to a commercial break.
Okay.
And when we come back, you've got an event coming up pretty soon. And so we're gonna talk about the event. We're gonna talk about an upcoming podcast or something that I hear that's coming. So y'all make sure that y'all keep it locked to the Pep Talk with Tae Show on Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio. Yeah. Oh, I was so excited about going to the commercial because I want to get back to after the commercial. But our artist of the week. So the artist of the week is Desiree Marie. Her song is called Breathe. Have you seen it on social media?
I think I have.
Yeah. So shout out to social media. Social media is the beast because I love music and it listens to my algorithm. It put her in my path. And so as soon as I heard the song Breathe, literally I was like, oh, I needed to hear this. And so I reached out to her and she was like, oh my God, yes. So the independent artist, Desiree Marie, her song is Breathe, and it is live now on the Pep Talk with Tae Show on Hits 92.3 Atlanta.
What did I ever do? But prove to you I need you. But why not him? When we're both called to do, to prove to you we need you. It's like that with blood on their hands. You can say, in search of your hand. They keep getting a blessing. You tell me to stand still for my lesson. I'm stressing. The last show be first, but I still feel second. No, I can take it. I'm tired of chasing. You said if I speak, the mountains will move. Why won't they move? Why? I'm tired of waiting. I don't wanna be patient. If it's for my good, why don't it feel so good? No, I can take it. I'm tired of chasing. You said if I speak, the mountains will move. Why won't they move? Why? I'm tired of waiting. I don't wanna be patient. If it's for my good, why don't it feel so good? Why? Giving you my world. I even let the sun shine on your mistakes. Cause when you elevate, disappear. I never hesitate. Yet my word is clear. When you fall down, I keep picking you up. Even when it gets rough, life is hard, so be still and just trust me. Cause if you say that you love me, the way that you love me, show me your work, and I'll make it work. No, I can take it. I'm tired of chasing. You said if I speak, the mountains will move. Why won't they move? Why? I'm tired of waiting. I don't wanna be patient. If it's for my good, why don't it feel so good? No, I can take it. I'm tired of chasing. You said if I speak, the mountains will move. Why won't they move? I'm tired of waiting. I don't wanna be patient. It's for my good, why don't it feel so good? I love you. Whatever you need, know I got you. It may take some time, hold my hand, I'm here for you. Cause in the darkness I shine, so dry your eyes. Just give me some time, take your time and breathe. Take your time and breathe. Breathe.
Hey, the secret's out. Hits 92.3 is now accepting submissions for brand new shows. That's right, you could become a radio personality right here on Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio. You don't have experience? That's okay. You don't live in Georgia? That's okay. You don't know what to do now? Now that's not okay. But your girl is here to help you out. Email us today at hits923newshow@gmail.com and tell us about your potential show with Hits. Again, that email address is hits923newshow@gmail.com. Don't be last. The slots are filling fast.
From the count had us all messed up, but she crazy like that. She crazy like that. Shout out the world's best engineer, Sunshine, here. And y'all make sure that you tune into her All Hustle No Fear, the early morning show here on Hits 92.3. It's not your typical morning show. I'm just letting y'all know that. So do not let your kids, make sure the kids are on the school bus, because ain't no telling what Sunshine is going to say at 7 o'clock in the morning. So, but anywho, shout out our artist of the week, Miss Desiree Marie, with Breathe, an amazing song. I love music. I love all forms of music, and she is definitely going somewhere. So I need for you all to make sure that you follow her on social media, and I'll make sure I drop her information as well. So we are back with Dr. Sarah Fontaine. Because I like that doctor part.
Thank you.
Put a little respect.
Put some respect on
that part. And she is a self-love guru, extraordinary speaker, just an amazing energy all the way around. Beautiful actress and businesswoman.
Yeah.
You got pastor this week at church. Our pastor was talking about having multiple streams of income. I'm like, Sarah tapping everything. Sarah got a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of that. So hey, I respect that. So tell our listeners about some of your business ventures that you have coming up, because there's one event that is going down. It's called Get Your Shift Together.
Yes.
Child, tell the people about that. I need to hear more about that.
Oh my goodness. I am so excited about this event. I have to tell you, because I feel like we live in a hustle culture. We live in a get to the bag, get to the bag, get to the bag, and stop telling people to get to the bag when they have not first gotten to themselves.
Woo!
I feel
that's like a boom.
Legit. No, I really, I really feel like, there's so many people that have gone to YouTube University. They've Googled their lives away. They've gone to the seminars. They've taken the courses. They're inside of the masterminds, and still nothing is changing because they cannot get out of their own way. And the truth of the matter is, our identity, and I don't want to make it too long, but in short, our identity works like a thermostat, right?
Oh, okay.
If I set the thermostat in this room to 72 degrees, it doesn't matter how hot it is outside. The thermostat will pump cool air to keep it at 72 degrees.
Come on.
Right? If it's freezing outside, the thermostat will make sure that hot air is pumped to keep it at 72 degrees. It is automatic, Tay. It is automatic. You do not have to go and push a button. Our identity works the same way. If we are set to low self-esteem, if we are set to lack of confidence, if we are set to that's for them over there, if we are set to, I guess I do have this little business, if we are set to don't nobody support me, my friends and my family members, I'm never gonna make it. If that's your identity, you automatically will regulate to that point. You will either self-sabotage down to it because you don't feel like you deserve more, or when it starts getting too bad, it's like, nah, I gotta walk away from this. It is automatic. It is identity work. You've got to get your identity together. You've got to get your shift together. So that's what this event is. It's the first day is going to be taking off those layers of societal norms, taking off what your daddy and your mama and your cousin and your auntie and your friends and your associates and your colleagues and all of them have said about you, and you choosing who it is that you want to be. So you break all of that down. We rebuild you back up, like literally doing subconscious work. Like get out of your own way type of work, like mindset work, but with tangible things that you can take home.
And that makes a difference. Somebody, DJ Double K just said, keep it 100. Yeah, because at the end of the day, especially with social media, with just TV in general.
Yeah.
People really, you pay all this money to go to all these events.
Yeah.
And no shade against anybody who's running any of those type of events. But if you don't help the people get to the core,
What's the point?
what's the point?
And this is the thing. Statistically speaking, over 80% of people don't finish courses.
Mhm.
So even if you join the mastermind, they're not going to finish the mastermind.
Yep.
And so if we know this, right, that's
Mhm.
why my event is very intimate.
Mhm.
And I'm not even going to call it an event. It's an in-person intensive workshop.
Oh, I love it. Because I think you only said like 20
people.
20 people.
Only 20 people. It's a high ticket event
Yep.
where you come and you get the work here. I'm not upselling. I don't know how many events you've been to where they
Come
sell
on
you
now.
something for 15,000 at the end, or 30,000 or 40,000, 100,000, 155,000, and they upsell you at the end. No, I'm not selling you anything.
Yeah.
This is where you come and get the work. And then I also have a lot of gurus inside of their zone of geniuses that
Like
are,
you pulled out some heavy hitters. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's what made, I said, look at this flyer.
yeah,
Come on now.
yeah, yes, we've got some honorable mentions
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, and you're on there.
Yeah,
So
you
that's that part.
know,
That
you
part,
know,
that part.
you
So that
know,
part, boop,
you
that's
know.
it. That's it right there. So when is the event?
September 16th and 17th. It's happening here in Atlanta.
Hey, for everybody who's not in Atlanta, let me just tell you one more time. Atlanta there's a shirt, shout out Grady Baby Company. The best thing the best thing I ever could have done was move to Atlanta. It's a shirt that they have, because for me, everything goes on, like events like this.
Yes.
Like even if you don't live in Atlanta, get your ticket
Yes.
and then book your flight to come, because
Yes.
she said it's only 20 tickets.
There's
So
only
it's
20
it.
spaces available.
And at this point, she didn't really even do any marketing for it. And I
No.
feel like if you go and look at your ticket count, you probably like got 5 tickets left.
Yeah, it's actually really, really crazy how people are coming out of the woodworks. Like folks are like, yo, I need to be in this space. Yo, I got to do this. Or I got to, like, people are really trying to figure out how to get into the room. I have people that are like, if you need volunteers, I'm here. Like, I'm just so grateful for how God is guiding, because I have not been, I speak at other people's events, and it's been that way for about 5 years now. Before this, I was I was doing all of the things, but it's been a minute since I've hosted my own thing and getting bringing people in to change lives and doing
your work
and the
your
reason
God purpose work.
Yes. And the reason why it's small is because I want to see, how is your chest moving up and down? Are you receptive or are you closed off? I want to see your pupils dilate. I want to see, are you in it or are you not? I can't do that in a big space. You know, so it's gonna be amazing. I'm very excited.
And they said, when is it? So it's September 16th and 17th.
Yes.
And it's here in Atlanta.
Yes.
I'll make sure that I put the link in my social media, so I'm gonna re-forward your flyer by
Thank
all
you.
means. So Rodney Woodson said, good word to know happiness is to know wealth. Okay,
come on.
Okay, come on now.
Okay.
So make sure that you
got
grab
good
your
eyes.
tickets, and if you miss out on it, it's okay.
Yeah.
Because I hear that you're gonna do like a podcast or something
Yes.
pretty soon. Like, tell the people about that. What you got going on?
Oh my goodness, I'm really excited. I'm starting my own podcast, and I've had different experiences with different people, and that's been great. And now, going out on my own, paving my own way. It's called It's Giving.
Ooh,
like and life is giving so many things, whether it be love and luxury, or whether it be heartache and detriment. Like, if we could call this chapter It's Giving XYZ, what would this chapter be called?
I don't know what I would say right now. Life is giving, you know what? Life is giving me blessings.
Oh, it's giving blessings.
It's giving blessings. It's giving prayers answered. That's what I'm gonna say. That part. So
great.
right now, that is that's my pep talk of the week too. So it's so funny that you said that. So when is it launching? Do we know?
ASAP, next month.
Okay, ASAP.
Yes. We just got all of the paperwork filed, which is so exciting. I'm really excited about that. And then we just gotta get a shoot date on the books.
She already got a good shooter, so shout out Kenny in the building. Kenny's in the building. I know he will take care of that for her. Kenny is in the building.
Yes. Who is Kenny V on Instagram? Check him out.
Yes. So make sure y'all follow him, and I'm gonna tag him as well. And we're gonna have Sarah back when you get when it's ready to do your first episode airing.
We got to get you on the show too.
Hey, I'll do that too.
Yes.
So anything you got, if you rocking, I'm rolling.
Yes, and vice versa.
It's
us thing.
It's us thing.
Yes.
Yes. So we got to do the pep talk of the week before we close out. So you all know that people have been writing in to know me. If you didn't, the reason why I got the name Pep Talk Tae is because my friends always said, girl, I need a pep talk. I'd be like, girl, what you got going on? Let's talk about it, X, Y, and Z. That's my I'm genuinely that way. I hate to see anybody go through something. My mom says I've always been like that as a child. And that's just God's gift that he gave me, is just to be able to pour into people. Sometimes you might want it, you might not, but I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give it to you in love. And so that's where Pep Talk Tae came from. So somebody wrote a letter in, and Sarah, I want you to chime in on this too.
Okay.
All right. So dear Tae, I need a pep talk. I'm a 50-year-old female that has decided to pursue my dream of being an actress. I've gotten bookings in a few commercials, but no major roles as of yet. Venting to my family and friends about being rejected for roles, they have told me, girl, you're too old to be following some dream of being an actress. Tae, do I follow my dreams or accept what my family and friends have said that I'm too old? Help, Tae. I need a pep talk. So, first and foremost, young lady, because 50 ain't old. Period. My stance on this is that you never let go of your dreams. So for me, prime example, as a little girl, I used to sit in my room and listen to music, and before I would put the music on, I would act like it was a concert. And so I would be like, introducing Mary J. Blige. Ooh. And then I would play the song and act like Mary, like I was introducing her, or that I would sit down and interview her at the end. But as I got older, I stayed away from that particular dream because I started going to school, and, people were like, oh, you need to get a corporate job, X, Y, and Z. And so I got away from that. Well, at 45-ish, right? I'm gonna say 44. 44, I decided to get back into following my dreams of hosting, doing radio, etc. And so for me, I'm not as far as I want to be in my dreams, but at least I've picked them back up and I'm pursuing them. So young lady, as long as you're getting a commercial and you're going on casting calls and you're doing all of that, continue to follow your dream, because the worst thing that you could do is stop working towards your dream. You're going to get some no's, but baby, eventually you're going to get some yeses. And so in that, I would just say, don't let anybody deter you from following your dreams. And like Sarah said a minute ago, you got to do some work, because if you are that quick to give up on your dream because of something somebody said to you, you are making me almost question, do you really believe in the dream? Okay,
that's good.
Because right now, Pep Talk Tae, can't nobody tell me I'm not going to have my own radio show that's going to be syndicated, airing 5 days a week, that I'm not going to be having I'm bringing back Video Soul. I'm going to be the new Donnie Simpson, baby. We going to do that. Can't nobody tell me that that's not going to happen in my life. And so whether people tell me no, they're not going to come on my show or whatever, guess what? I'm just going to ask somebody else, and I'm going to be like, guess what? You going to see me, and then you're going to want to get on my show.
Period.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So at that point, do you really believe in yourself? So that's my 2 cents. Sarah, what you got?
Yeah, I agree 10,000%. I was actually just looking on my phone, like, who was wildly successful after 50, right?
Oh, yeah.
Colonel Sanders.
Oh, yeah.
KFC, right? Ray Kroc, the creator of McDonald's, right? There's so many people. Even when you look at like Taraji P, like everybody tries to say, oh, when you're older. By the way, I feel like especially inside of acting, there's this weird range where there's not really as much work. You either got to be young or be a little bit seasoned, right? And so I would say go after it, be hungry for it, and stop surrendering your destiny, living and loving and listening to the wrong people. Like the only person that lives your life is you. Woo. And I feel like so many of us just give up. So many of us just let it go because we're more rooted inside of the judgment, the biases, and the opinions of the people in our lives who, by the way, a lot of the times aren't happy with what they have going on. So don't let an unhappy person tell you, someone who's happy inside of your purpose, stop you from going after what you know you're meant to be here for. Otherwise, you wouldn't be booking. And last thing I'll say, acting is the business of rejection.
Ooh, that part. Say it again, Sarah.
It is.
Say it again.
Acting is the business of rejection.
Yeah.
If you can't be okay with getting rejected, you chose the wrong field. Ooh. So you have to remember, are you doing this for the art or are you doing this for recognition?
Ooh.
Because if you do it for the art, the recognition will come. But if you do it for the recognition, the art may never get there.
JJ Jones said, "Preach, Sarah." Preach. So, and that's so true.
Yeah.
That's so true. That is so true. You got to do it because it's what you're like.
Yeah.
It's like what you're called to do. When you are
Yes.
called to be Sarah Fontenay.
I received that.
Like you are. And your podcast, everything you touch is going to win.
Ooh.
Because you're connected to greatness. You're covered in
Yes,
that bubble.
God, yes.
And so I'm excited for what the future holds for you.
Thank you.
And that husband that's on the way, because he gonna get vetted by so many people, child. I'm telling you. Kenny, the video man, Kenny gonna be like, Well, before Sarah walked down this aisle, there's plenty of people that are going to vet him beforehand, but it'll definitely be on the way when the time is right. But for now, you're gonna keep on being the phenomenal woman of God that you are.
Thank you.
And I just appreciate everything that you do and who you are. So
Tell
everyone who is listening or watching on the YouTube and all of that, how can they follow Sarah so that they get all this good greatness?
Yes. Okay. What's up? So on almost every platform, I'm Ms. Sarah Fontenot. So MSSARAHFONTENOT. I do not have any backup pages. Not one. Okay. They are scammers. Do not give in to the scam. Ms. Sarah Fontenot. If you wanted to check out my event, the website is getyourshifttogether.info. And outside of that, I mean, you can pretty much all of my links are in my bio from Instagram. I'm terrible at Facebook, although I am on there.
Yeah, you did. I saw you a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, Facebook is my home, but Instagram is like yours. So
yes.
I have notications. So when you go live, I'm like, oh, Sarah live.
Yeah, yeah.
And so because she be having good stuff and you have such a great word, you don't want to miss it. So
thank you.
And then tell them about this amazing hair. Because baby, if you listening and you not watching, I'm gonna need you to hop over to the YouTube page or get on IG. Because baby, this hair is giving life.
Okay, I gotta tell you, it is a company based here in Atlanta. Okay. Jane, her name is Jane. She's the owner. She is incredible. Jane, I absolutely love you so much. And they have been doing this for 12 years.
Oh, so
okay.
They ain't new.
No, they ain't new. And they are high quality. And it's called the Virgin Hair Fantasy.
Okay.
So if you want to switch it up, look, I got this ombre reddish blonde happening right now.
It's real cute. Though,
tomorrow I might be a dark bob, that might be silver storm, baby,
let me tell y'all something. When she wear the silver storm, she be hitting and holding. Everybody can do the silver storm. You be like,
you gotta try.
Whoosh.
You gotta give it a shot.
You do it.
I love the company. I love the versatility. I just got this like yaki joint, and let me tell you, I was never one to wear units, guys. I was like, oh, my hair is beautiful. Like I love my hair. No, my hair got too much product, too much heat, too much styles, and it's breaking. So now my hair needs a break. You know what I mean? Like I love my natural hair, and yes, sometimes I rock my natural hair, but there's nothing like a protective style that makes me feel like Beyonce. Oh my God.
Talking to Beyonce about to take this world by storm, but I'm not plugging her on this show because Beyonce has millions and she's gonna keep her millions.
I gotta say, speaking of saving your money. Yes, hey B. Yes, a code. My Instagram name, Ms. Sarah Fontenot, for 20% off. So you can save 20%.
On some good hair.
On some amazing hair.
Okay, hey, I ain't mad at you.
Long, short, yaki, straight, curly.
Because listen, it's hard out here in these streets.
It's hard.
It's hard out here.
Let me tell you.
So next week on the Pep Talk Tae Show, y'all know DJ Smooth J. So if you've watched the show, you know he's a 12-year-old DJ who just ain't just playing with it. He's really, really a DJ. I think that was my artist, but we'll talk to her. So DJ Smooth J, our 12-year-old phenomenon, he on the Pep Talk Tae Show before, he said, I said, DJ Smooth J, who are your top 5 artists? And he said, now why is somebody calling me knowing that I'm on the Pep Talk Tae Show? He said DJ Envy and DJ Cassidy, DJ Kid Capri, and some others, right? Well, DJ Envy came to Atlanta. Shout out First Class Sneaks. Man, when he saw DJ Envy get out that car, they were so connected that they actually had on the same outfit.
What?
People were like, well,
was this planned?
No, and it wasn't. And so Envy was just looking like, hey. And so shout out DJ Envy for just bigging him up and making his day. It was absolutely amazing. So DJ Cassidy, you're up next. DJ Cassidy is coming to Atlanta, so I need everybody on social media to bum rush his social media and make sure that DJ Smooth J gets an opportunity to meet DJ Cassidy as well. Okay, so I need y'all's help on that. But next week, DJ Smooth J we're doing 50 years of hip hop, the tribute, because technically the birthday of hip hop is next week. And so here on the Pep Talk with Tae Show, DJ Smooth J is going to take y'all on a history lesson, y'all, because he really knows his music. And so he will be here live. Plus our DJ Double K will be in the building too, because I don't want them to get to beefing because I got one over the other. So they'll be here next week. And then the following week, Gina Thompson, y'all remember the things you do. If you don't, shame on you. Me, keep running to you. So everybody says I look like Missy. Shout out Missy, my twin.
Okay.
But Gina Thompson will be here the following week, and then one of my pastors, Pastor Carvance Ross from New Birth, will be closing out the month as well. So we got some good lineups for y'all for the month of August. So make sure that you keep it locked. Tell a friend, share it with a friend, tune into the Pep Talk with Tae Show. And Sunday, if you are in the Atlanta area, I will be at the When Life Gives You Lemons Women Empowerment event.
Nice.
And so I will be your moderator. I'll be there with all the energy for that. And then I'll also be on the Neffy show. So y'all know Hits, we're a family here. And so this Sunday, I'll be on the Neffy show with Neffy as well. Oh, Lord.
So she can make it the Neffy show. But when Sunshine say, come be on my show, all of a sudden she had to get her hair did. Oh, so that's what it, Rodney, you hear this? You hear this, Rodney?
So, anywho, listen, so I'll be on the Neffy show on Hits on Sunday, and then Monday, please don't let my boss be watching this, but I'll have to find a way to go to work late on Monday so that I can be on the All Hustle No Fear morning show as well. So y'all make sure that you keep it locked to Hits 92.3 Atlanta because we have an amazing lineup, and you never know who else's show I'll be on as well. But anyway, keep it locked. Also, if you're in Minnesota, I can't forget this. The Twin Cities Natural Hair Expo. I am coming to your city next weekend. So next weekend, I'll be there with Rob Malloy, Sammy, Lord, it's so many people. Duchess from the Black Ink crew. It's a lot of people that will be in the building. So make sure that you meet me on the red carpet, because y'all know I be lit on the red carpet. So we'll definitely be there in Minnesota. I'm a Midwestern girl by heart, and so I'm happy to just be able to.
That's why we click.
That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm from Iowa.
Midwest.
I grew up in Iowa.
Saskatchewan.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like that's us. We're heart Midwest girls. So
Yes.
all my Midwest family, if you all can get to Minnesota next weekend, please get there, because I would love to hug on your neck and love on you while I'm there, because y'all don't be coming to Atlanta. That's fine. I ain't gonna beg nobody to come out here. But anywho, and all that good stuff. So that's the end of the show. Pep Talk of the week. How can I forget that? Make sure that you are rocking with who's rocking with you.
Yes.
That's my pep talk of the week. And the reason being is because if you know me, you know that I'm a person. If I meet people, I'm like, oh, they so cool. And I'm gonna go hard for them. But in this season of my life, if you think that I'm acting funny, if you think that it's whatever, no, it's just the fact that I really am protecting my energy.
Yes.
And I'm really rocking with people who I know authentically rock with me.
Yes.
Not no hidden agendas, just people that want to see me win and know that I want to see them win as well.
Yeah.
And if you got a hidden agenda, I just fall back. I ain't got to say nothing about it. I don't have to make no loud post about it. Because again, in this season of my life, I'm rocking with who's genuinely rocking with me and letting go of anyone who isn't. So on that note, y'all have an amazing week. Thank you, Sarah, again.
Yes, of course.
And y'all keep it locked to the Pep Talk with Tae Show on Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio.